Hey guys, I had a contact from, let me read this here, from Brent, whose last name is Richards. He's at the Cleveland Institute of Medical Massage. He was asking me questions about being in private practice, working as a massage therapist. He would have been satisfied with information I think that was printed out, but I usually like to respond in video if at all possible. And I think it's more personable, it's more eloquent, it's something I can save for later. So Brent was asking me, let me see if I can find a list of questions. Brent was asking me how long I've been in practice. I've been a massage therapist for about 16 years. I was licensed in 2002 after attending the York School of Massage, the Baltimore School of Massage, in York, Pennsylvania. I worked for 3 years in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which is my hometown, and then I moved to Austin, and I've continued working in and around the Austin area since the remainder of that time. What obstacles did I have to overcome? Primarily what I had a problem with initially was business. I overcame that just through trial and error, reading books about business, marketing, spending more time, asking small business owners how they built their businesses, how they did things. I was much more of an artist than a business person. So it took me some time to put that together, to be able to figure out how do you find clients, how do you retain clients, how do you rebook clients, how do you continue building a practice. Let's see, he says, smart decisions you've made for successful business. Some of the most intelligent decisions that I've made in regards to business, and I think this is important, is to not be afraid to give some things away for free. Now, you'll notice that I didn't say you had to give a session away for free. Just to give you an example, at around year 14 years ago, I started studying Thai massage. I fell very much in love with the work, but when I moved to Texas, Thai massage was not available. I started teaching Thai massage and teaching what I knew, and I wrote a free workbook that is available on my website. It's robertgargerwellness.com. I give this away for free for an email address, the PDF copy. It's professionally done and printed. What it did is it established me as an authority, and it meant that for the price of an email, I could get people on my email list and begin educating them at a distance. In addition, I created something called Thai Massage Jam here in Austin, Texas, which is a community bodywork event. I go, I bring my mats, I educate, share, give, receive with anyone who comes in the door for $5. I've hosted that event once a week for the past 8 years. It became the way that I dealt with my local community, connections locally, working with people, giving and sharing bodywork. It also allowed my students to network with each other and have a chance to continue doing mat-based bodywork while they were working at facilities that might not allow mat-based material to happen. Let's see. Those are smart business decisions. Including those smart business decisions is stuff like this. Tons of social media content, just in an ongoing way. Poor decisions that should be avoided. I think it's a bad idea to settle. I don't want to say that I settled over the years. I was just trying to find my way. But I think it's a really bad idea to just take a job and just stay with it when you're not happy. When I say that, what I mean is, let's say you have your massage license, you're working in a large facility, you don't like it. Go get a job somewhere else. If you need to decrease your amount of hours at this facility and deliver pizza on the side, do that. You can learn lots of things by working in other businesses and learn things about marketing, retail, sales, that would actually help you as a massage therapist. Other poor decisions I've made, I think there were points in time where I focused on the fact that I was a male in an industry that's predominantly female. It was more difficult to get clients, so what I did was I would complain about the inherent sexism of our industry. I'm not saying that those things don't exist, by the way. However, I think you can overcome them, and what that means is, let's say I was someone who was trans. Not everybody's going to work with a therapist who's trans. I deeply feel for people who are in that situation, but as a trans person, you need to go out and find and market and be honest to people about who you are and find your clients. What that means is wherever you are at in life, I think as a therapist, you can find a niche market that you can serve, that you can work with, that's going to accept you for you. And I encourage you to go out and find that market. I wouldn't focus on the fact of my skin color, my race, my creed, my class. Those things can be overcome. And one of the most potent tools in human history is this phone right here. You can communicate with a nearly global audience using this and build a following to help build your business. I talk to therapists consistently about this on the Massage Entrepreneurs Group, and I get lots of therapists who fight. They don't want to make video, they don't feel comfortable, and that's how you're going to excel. It's how you're going to win. Because your YouTube channel is owned by Google, and Google is using keywords from your YouTube videos to drive traffic to your website. Because you have a blog, right? And you're writing blog posts, right? And then you're making videos that go with those blog posts, right? Right? Using social media. So, I think it's a poor decision to let those things stop you or to settle in the job that you have. Keys to long-term success. I think you need to continue learning at all costs. Don't stop taking classes. Don't stop learning. Continue to be inquisitive, open, experiential. If you love extremely deep compressions and you like heavy, athletes as clients work, go take classes in craniosacral therapy, myofascial release, lighter forms of work. Mix it up on occasion. Take something completely out of your normal scope. If you're somebody like me that does clothes on mat based, it's good for me to go take a Lomi class because it gets me out of my box. I'm using cream and oil and glide on a table. That's not normally what I do, but it helps open me up to a broader frame of reference. And I think it's good for massage therapists to continue getting education. Long-term success as well, you need to take care of your own body. Part of the way I do that is by practicing Thai body work. I wrote manuals and DVDs like this for table Thai. We also have a subscription service on my website that's available for $7 a month. If you go into the store, robertgardnerwellness.com, you can find those. What I do is teach massage therapists how I saved my own body. And I did that by lessening the pressure on my hands and continuing to do yoga and maintaining my own self-care. At what point did you first feel successful? I think when I got into private practice, complete private practice 3 years ago, there was a level of success there because I got to be my own boss for the first time. Most of my life I worked for other people who always seemed to have an issue with something I was doing. It didn't quite work for them. I was independent-minded, always a troublemaker. Well, entrepreneurship is the last refuge of the troublemaker, which means as long as I take care of my clients and students, I continue to give them good quality content and continue to build and grow and pay my bills, I'm a success. I'm winning in America. I pay a mortgage, I own a home, you just continue building. For me, that was a level of success, but I can tell you that once you make 10,000, you want to make 100. Once you make 100,000, you want to make 1 million, and so on. Success is what you want it to be. In other words, if you just want to be happy living in the suburbs, working in massage envy, in our industry, that's success, if that's absolutely what you want. I just don't want you to settle if that's not what you want. How much has my business model changed since the beginning? Holy moly, guys. If you want to see how much it's changed, I want you to go to my YouTube channel if you're not watching this on YouTube. I want you to pull up the first video I made. In my studio, I used a flip cam, which was not as good as this phone that I'm holding right here. And I sat down very nervously and talked about technophobia. I don't remember how many years ago that was, maybe 8. We had no air conditioning in our home in Central Texas. You want to talk about how far I came? I told people that I did not think that I could teach people through workbooks and video production. Now there's a larger percentage of my business that's going on through what? Teaching people online through workbook and video production in some form. Our subscription service, I think, is the cutting edge of online interactive education in the massage industry. Again, it's $7. You can find it in my website in the store. There's a link to Teachable. We have payment plans for all of these materials and also a link for that subscription service. I spent my time making this stuff to educate massage therapists, to teach them about what I was doing, and also to set myself up as an expert in my area so that clients would work with me. Being an educator meant that I stood out. It meant that my website was very professional, and my business model kind of flipped upside down because I started with clients, but then I added classes, and then I added retail. Now I'm teaching so many classes and selling so much retail that I'm not seeing quite as many clients. It doesn't mean I don't see any, but I've got larger business ventures that I'm working on. I just decided to go the opposite direction of opening a facility and decided to push the business online. So my business model's turned completely upside down. So what advice can you offer about gaining the best results with a business support group? I think most of business is who you know. What that means is you form good connections with people and offer them value. When I do this video for you, am I giving you information? Hopefully it's engendering trust. It's one of the reasons I made a video. Would you trust me more from an email or would you trust me more from a video? Now, when I talk to Brent here, how does Brent feel about the fact that he contacted me and I took out my camera and made a video for him? His level of trust in me is increased because I decided to communicate with him in video. What that means is Brent is more likely to take a class with me later. You are more likely to buy some retail from me, and it's increasing connectivity and connection. Business, in many instances, is not what you know, it's who you know. What you have to do is offer people value. If I know somebody who owns a pizza chain and I come up and say, hey, can I get some coupons for pizza? I'm asking for something from him. If I go to him and say, listen, I noticed that your pizza facility doesn't have an Instagram account. Would you be willing to sit down with me for 30 minutes and let me explain to you how I think you could use Instagram and hashtags to be able to boost your pizza business? Now, what did I just give him? He can say no, and that's fine. But if he says yes, what it means is I've given him value. Now, after that is over, what is the likelihood that he's going to say, listen, I'll give you a coupon and you can get a free pizza? Now, I'm not doing it for the free pizza, but business is about who you know. Anytime you're approaching another business owner, anytime you're approaching a potential client, what are you giving them? What is the value that you are providing them? Not from my perspective, them. If you're going after a client, what's the value you provide? They can get a massage anywhere. Why are they going to connect with Brent? In my opinion, if Brent makes videos and he educates his target market and he talks to them and communicates with them, they're more likely to listen and trust him. People do business with people they like, know, and trust. Your job is to provide value and increase people liking you, trusting you, and coming in for sessions. Let's see. If you could start over, what would you do differently? Here's what I would do differently. From day one, when I started my business, I would have poured more money into my marketing and advertising. I would have hired a videographer after that first YouTube video and had to make content. I cannot imagine what my business would have looked like if I had really pushed YouTube 8 years ago. Video production, online stuff, image is everything. Your website is your storefront. Your social media is your storefront. I use social media obsessively. I would have pushed it even harder than I have now. One of the things I would have done is paid for more website infrastructure immediately, SEO, and I would have hired a videographer to produce just a slew of social media content from the get-go. Suggestions for me while in school to prepare me for being in business. Oh, Brent, are you ready for this? Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to understand that you're already in business. Aha! Now, you don't have a license, you can't deliver sessions, but I want you to think about this. I'm assuming that there are other students at the school there who are watching this. I want you to think about this with me for a minute. I want you in school, if this is okay, talk to the school owner, talk to the teachers. I want you to start a website now. Not while you're out of school, not when you're out of school, now. After you start that website, I want you to start blogging now. I want you to start a YouTube channel, a Facebook business page now. And I want you to take out this phone every day while you're in school and do a Facebook Live. And I want you to educate the audience about what you're learning, and I want you to teach them the origin and insertion of the bicep, the tricep, rotator cuff muscles, infraspinatus. I want you to talk about the origin of insertion. I want you to talk about what nerves innervated. I want you to show them techniques that you use to try to address this. And you tell them, listen, I'm not licensed, I'm just at massage school. I'm going to bring you on my massage school journey. It advertises the school, it advertises massage, and it advertises you. Now, every day that you are in school, I want you to make a video. I want you to additionally make a blog post out of that video and embed that on your website. I want you to post that through your social media, and I want you to connect and interact with people, providing them value about the massage industry, providing massage education, and showing them what you're learning. Now, let's say you do that for 6 to 9 months. As soon as you get your license, you hit all of your social media, you hit your YouTube channel, and you say, listen, thank you so much for following me this time while I was in school. I'm now in private practice. You can come see me. I'll give you $20 off your first session. Because you already started your business, and your business was providing value. Value does not mean you're just providing massage. You can provide education while you're still in school. If I had to recommend anything to massage therapists who are still in school, that is one of the things that I would do absolutely initially in the beginning. You are going to hit the ground running in a way that most massage therapists could not fathom. The business starts now. It does not start when you get the license. If you start when you get the license, you're already behind as far as I'm concerned. You're not even out of school. Can you buy my materials right now? This workbook is 262 pages. Yes. And you get on my subscription service right now where I show you how to use your social media channels, where I show you how to use YouTube, I show you how to do body work that's different, makes you stand out. Yep, and you know how much it costs? $7 a month. If you wait until you're done with school, I think you've waited too long. You can learn the business skills that you need now. I would also get on YouTube and do searches. Whatever it is that you're interested in related to business marketing, I would check it out. I would also join the Massage Entrepreneurs group on Facebook that I am the admin of. You get tons of information like this from me. You also get it from other people. So listen, I think that answers the questions. Brent Richards, I really want to thank you for reaching out. Really appreciate you doing that. I hope that the video helps you with your assignment and with the school. I'm going to go ahead and upload this to my Facebook business page so I can share it with you, and also to the Massage Entrepreneurs group and share it there. If you have any additional questions for me, feel free to write down below or contact me. I'm happy to chat with you. But again, that's Brent Richards at the Cleveland Institute of Medical Massage. It's been a pleasure talking with you guys, and I'll see you soon.